Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. So just put your questions in the chat before I go on, and I'll see what I can do. I think right now I've got like 18 questions. Yeah. So we're definitely full up for today. I might have to move some for tomorrow, but my goodness, there's so much to cover, and I do apologize for being so late today. It's been a thing. I just wanted to, I'm not going to go into the whole astrological thing. I may save that little gem for tomorrow, but the astrology right now is pretty bad. And with Mars conjunct Uranus, both conjunct the North Node, which we've talked about. That in itself is, but earlier on, who was it who was asking, because I want to make sure I at least mention this, that could I talk about, Joe Ty was asking, tomorrow is Saturn in Aquarius squaring the nodes. So we're going to have the Saturn, the god of limitations, and also bringing things into form, is going to be grinding up against the energy of all this. So if things are, especially electronic things, but if certain things are bolts out of the blue, just understand it's just the astrology. This too shall pass. We will get through this. Mars is taking action, and when action goes wrong, it's better, a little better, but still, I did too much and it hurts. But falling, weird electronics, things like one speaker will connect, but the other one won't, for no obvious reason. From 2:50 this morning until 4 a.m., I won't go into details, but I was fighting a technical issue from 2:50 a.m. until 4 a.m. So Jennifer Russell saying this too shall pass. I've been saying that a lot lately, and we've really got to keep reminding ourselves, because we'll get through this. Yeah, I think it's hitting me hard because the conjunction, the nasty conjunction, well, it can be good, because it can be bolts out of the blue can be good things, but it's right across from my son, so it's messing with me. So anyway, by the way, these are real and they smell really nice. They are actually, I decided I would take just a moment, and it didn't take me long, but I would take just a moment and grab some of these from in front of the house. They won't last, but they're pretty and they smell good and they're real. I figured we needed this. We needed this. So, Jen Glenn says, your hand, I'm surprised, isn't completely better yet. Oh, it was a thing. It was definitely a thing. All right, I'm having to use this again today. I wish it was completely healed, but it's not. So we're still doing this. Oh, gloriousness. Where is this background? Okay, my background just decided to vanish. All right, I know what I can do. I know how to fix this. It will be very quick. Just a moment. I have to grab this. I just need to go over here. I'm going to kludge this. I'm going to go here. here. Ooh, that's a little bright. All right, we'll just do that. Download 3. Sorry, guys. It should be right there, but it's not. Anyway, we are starting out the news to give us peace after all the stuff we've had to deal with. The news gods have smiled upon us today because, oh my goodness, have we got stuff. All right. So if I put this, almost got it. We can start with Matt Gaetz. We're going to talk Matt Gaetz, and then we're going to talk about Josh Hawley. And if you haven't heard, we're beyond chef's kiss at this point with those two jerks. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, there. I should be able to get that background onto my iPad now. All is going to be well. All right. Linda Sue perks up, smiled on us today. Oh, yes. Yes. All right, just need to grab this. What are you doing? Okay. So I can just go in here and, in theory, that should work. If it doesn't, fine, whatever. Fingers crossed. Okay, good to go. Let's start. All right, at 7:05. Oh, I don't know. I think we should start with Gaetz. We should start with Gaetz because the Hawley thing is just extra special. And Gaetz just deserves a thump, a metaphorical thump on the head. Or an arrest, whichever. So, Matt Gaetz, remember how Matt Gaetz bullied the teenager about her looks? Share screen. Chrome tab. Florida teen helps raise $275,000 for an abortion fund after being body shamed by Representative Matt Gaetz. You creep. So Gaetz, being awful, that is the teen in question, 17-year-old beautiful woman. Florida teenager was body shamed by Representative Gaetz. Has raised a whole lot of, she's 19. She's 19 years old. Has raised a whole lot of money after he insulted her. He also just took her picture at random and tweeted it. It wasn't like she was tweeting him. After Juliana criticized Gaetz on Twitter, the representative shared her profile photo with his 1.6 million followers. Oh, no, she was tweeting. She said something about him. But talk about punching down. Adding the caption, dander raised, to insinuate Juliana had been angered by his remarks. He looks like a villain. I'm sorry. Trump always talks about central casting. He looks like a villain. Anyway. Juliana, one of her friends, told her what happened. I was critical of him. Then he just tweeted out a picture of me to his Twitter. I was shocked. Okay. This is the thing. Anyone who knows me will tell you, I'm not faint of heart, she says. Honestly, I laughed. I was like, this is going to be good. She used the exchange to boost the work she does for an activist group, Gen Z for Change. And she announced that. People assume that because I'm a teenager that I'm naive and sensitive, but I fully saw this as an opportunity. Asked if she's a message for the lawmaker, Juliana said it would be something along the lines of, "Why are you concerned with what a teenager looks like, you creep?" Mwah. Bless her. Bless her activism. Gaetz is currently the subject of a grand jury investigation. Let's have a look at the grand jury investigation, shall we? So, good for her. Whew. All right. Raised. Okay. All right. Safe. So Matt Gaetz, who should be in prison. Yes, Pamela Bryant. Autumn is correct. Gaetz strongly the big boy fiberglass statue. Please do not take offense, statue. Yes. Yeah. Kim Larson says, as of midnight last night, it was up to, there's a space, maybe a period. Is that $2 million? Yes. All right. Share screen. And replica. Here we go. Let's do the thing. No. There. Bring that in. Okay. New reading. Oh, this does smell nice. Oh, I wish you could smell this. All right, Matt Gaetz. How's a grand jury investigation of you going? Very steady. Actually, it feels like they dealt with him early on. Like earlier. Like they've dealt with him and like they've like pushed his stuff to the side a little bit. But let's see. Matt Gaetz. The grand jury, are they going to bring an indictment against you? Oh, sorry. But that, to me, this is funny. Oh my gosh, if anyone ever came to me and said, I think I'm in trouble. Am I going to be indicted? And I saw these cards. Oh, honey, you need a lawyer. You need have several seats, keep your mouth shut, and hire as many lawyers as you can afford. I've got a death card for the reading, as in the death of his career. Here we go. The world as he knows it. It's the end of the world as he knows it, and I feel fine. He and some others with their rancor and nonsense and oh, wow. Women of America, bless you. Bless you for standing up to the Matt Gaetzes of the world and for holding this person accountable and all the other people like him. So I know there are some men helping too, but I just want to take this moment with the Emperor's card to thank you, because when you stand up for yourself, you stand up for all of us. Cheers. Okay. Center of the reading, aggressive law enforcement. But there's also a feeling about this that is very pedestrian. Ironically, since he's on a horse. But no, it feels like it's a big deal in the news and to us. But it's also, yeah, we indict people all the time for, out of the grand jury if they've done something wrong. It's what we do. Here we've got lovers. Enough said. We've got howling at the moon. A little bit of upset here. A little bit beside himself. And the hanged man. And that doesn't feel like a hanged man, like, oh, this whole thing will be suspended. It won't matter. Nobody cares. Oh, these cards are a thing of beauty. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. Death, world, hanged man. Yikes. Oh, this is going to hurt. Matt Gaetz, return your tray to return it. Lock your tray. Return your seat to its upright position. Put your metaphorical head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye. I'm sorry, that was rude, but yeah, it's going to be glorious. Anyway, okay, that cheered me up. 16 minutes in. No, wrong one. Yeah, right. Okay, now, if you think that was funny, oh nay, that was merely the appetizer. Are you ready? You ready? Okay, I understand what's going on in Serbia. I understand there's a lot of other stuff in the news, but seriously, just take a moment. Just take a moment. Step back from all the crazy and the cruelty and the just hang on. Ready? Share screen. So at 16:45. Okay. Roxana Lee, savoring. Yes. Okay. Share screen. Chrome tab. I kid you not. Josh Hawley is coming out with a book. Seriously. Okay. Ready? All right. Share. He is entitled his upcoming book, Manhood. I kid you not. I kid you not. It remains to be seen whether the upcoming book on masculinity by Senator Josh Hawley will hit the bestseller chart when it's published next May, but it should definitely do well when it comes to inspiring Twitter snark. The book is Manhood, the Masculine Virtues America Needs. Hawley has previously complained about the supposed decline of traditional masculine virtues like courage, independence, assertiveness. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so manhood. Let's look at what Twitter has to say, shall we? It would not be surprising if Josh Hawley's book, we're talking about the book, if Josh Hawley's Manhood falls well short of expectations and fails to please anyone. Then there's going to the store to grab Hawley's, I'm assuming it will be a short read. And my favorite, run to get your copy now. Yeah. No, that's in a different thing. So yeah, run to get your copy now. Manhood. Yes. Brave Sir Hawley. Manly man. Brave Sir Hawley ran away. Bravely ran away. Oh, I didn't. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, we have it on tape. Save your money. Instead, read free articles about psychological projection. And this is just, okay. This is how he kisses. Normally, you do you. And there are some people, they've got facial paralysis or they've got issues of some nature, but Yes, Nancy's asking, was it before or after Josh Hawley ran like a chicken? Yes. Okay, so there's this. I sent this to Sarah. I'll move on from because the image is just awful. And I believe her response, let me double check. I'm pretty sure her response was, oh, hang on. Is he 3? That's how you kiss when you're 3. I hope she doesn't mind me also repeating that she said, I've gotten more enthusiastic reception from a pet hamster. Kidding, obviously. So yes, Brave Sir Hawley ran away. Suggested blurb cover, a runaway hit. Oh, glorious, glorious news gods. Oh, yes, Hilda, Ms. Lucky and Mr. Clucky. I love that. Yes. Mel Broussard, manhood seen running from scene of crime. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It was just, I had to share. So we have to read on this. I've got to read on Hawley's book. Run to get your copy now. Share. Here we go. Josh Hawley's book, Manhood. Sir Manly Manhood Hawley. Are you joshing us? No, it's a real book. Who I can't get over the title of that. Who thought that would be a good idea? I mean, obviously he did, but nobody in his whole world or the publishing house said, maybe not. Okay. Josh Hawley. Sitting pretty. He thinks he's going to make a mint. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in the end, we're going to be pleased. And there will be much jocularity. Why does it say Saturday? Anyway, there will be much hilarity. There will be much jocularity about his, this is the god of manhood. Patricia is saying manhood in search of some. Oh my gosh. Hilda's asking if I can I buy his books and burn them on live social media? Don't spend the money. Yeah. Yes, Nancy, get a man like Joe Biden, not Josh Hawley. Yes, absolutely. Good grief. All right, how's the book going to do? Fruits of labor, but he looks very tired. Yeah, there's some people who will like it because there are some women who will buy it because they think he's attractive, believe it or not. Ugly is as ugly does. And then it will be okay, what's the plan going on from here? Because, okay. Oh, Jennifer, I love, yes, Father Mulcahy from Matt. Jocularity. Yes, I loved that show. So is it going to do okay with his fan club? Evangelical women who just think he's dreamy, nightmarish. But yeah. So what else about Josh Hawley? Is Josh Hawley going to be up in front of a judge anytime soon, indicted for something? Not for a while. I'm not seeing. I was hoping to see, it'd be like a justice card right in the center, but no. He's still on his far right kick. That's what the there I'm pointing. There's these cards on this end over on the left: the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, the far right, and the fruits of labor, raising money, making money off of this extremism. In the center, you've got the two of Pentacles. So yeah, his situation's getting shaky, but there's a lot of stuff coming out, but it doesn't feel like it's necessary. It's like he's part of it, where we're going to be pleased, and then there's going to be big judgment, and at the end, big thief card. I need to know more about the thief card. Tell me more about the thief card. Is he going to be in trouble, being seen as trying to steal democracy, break democracy, however? Or is this more he's going to get away with stuff? Josh Hawley, you're going to be held accountable, or you're going to get away? He's trying to destroy democracy. Well, right in the center, I've got the Democrats and people who love democracy going after him aggressively. He was in on some kind of planning. I don't know, some kind of planning. And this is out in the cold. I would say it means he won't be able to, he wouldn't be hired to be dog catcher somewhere, but we know some state somewhere will be like, come on down. We like the cut of your pirate jib. Pamela is asking, that card 3, does that bench that one person is standing on have any significance? It depends on what you are. Everything can have meaning. You have to go with your insight seriously. He's holding, it's a particular kind of hammer to work on stonework. He's got his boss there with the plans telling him what to do or correcting him, or it depends. They're all different ways. So is he getting a boost up? Is he being dressed down? Is he, it's entirely up to your interpretation. Anyway. I appreciate you sharing, Kristen, on Serbia. But let me see if I think I've got something about that later on, because I've got a lot of other stuff. There's so much in the news. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to that today, but I will try. So, let's relax. Let's relax, and all together, all of it. I don't mean you specifically. I mean all of us. Let's just relax, do some readings, see what's out there. Just hang out. Okay, so the next thing is infuriating. Shocked, I'm sure. You're just shocked, I'm sure. 29. Well, by the time I get down here to be 29. 29. Okay. Now this is Kristen just giving updates. Oh, I appreciate that. But let's see. Okay, so yesterday or the day before, I can't remember which, there was a question about did Trump have Ivana buried at Bedminster golf course because there's a law that says his property can't be seized then by the government. And I wasn't able to find, I Googled it live, and I wasn't able to find anything like that. However, it does turn out that by burying Ivana at the Bedminster course, Trump has ensured that the entity, the course, the entire Bedminster golf course, whole thing, will no longer have to pay property, income, or sales tax, according to current New Jersey tax codes. Quote, no stipulation regarding a minimum number of human remains necessary for the tax breaks to kick in, looks like one, excuse me for putting it this way bluntly, looks like one corpse will suffice to make at least 3 forms of tax vanish, unquote. The family is also trying to get clearance for a quote-unquote non-profit cemetery, please, company 20 miles away from the course. That couldn't possibly be Trump trying to find ways to launder money? Nah. Yes, Jen, I do have that in the questions below. See if I can get to it. So, yeah. Is this just a happy accident for him and yay? Or is the New Jersey state legislature going to say, no? Yes, Julia Worcester hypnotist. Just when you think that crowd couldn't sink any lower. Oh, now they've sunk 6 feet down. Okay, this feels like it's a bigger read. Here we go. Trump. King of Wands. Yeah, we've had it. Ooh, okay. This is us. We should be celebrating. There's been progress, but in this particular version of this card that they've scanned, I know there's something in this app this app is on the iPad. It's called Tarot with an exclamation point, like it has jazz hands, and I know they did some cleaning up of the original image, but right here, the Empress has a black eye. Just saying. In the past, yeah, that was their mother. This was your wife. I would argue this was actually the love of his life, and you can see how he treated her. Yeah, okay. Cutting to the chase, is going to get away with it for a while. Yep. Carmel is asking about Ivana's death. No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was murder. I just don't. This is awful. He'll have to take a PR hit over this, but does he care? No, of course he doesn't care. The base of it, he's got all this other horrible stuff going on, but above it, he's a quote-unquote merchant. And on the far right here, it's awful. Home environment, I've got an emperor, which he is. Hopes and fears, the world, which he thinks he's the center of. King of Pentacles is the weed of, King Grift in his weeds of crime. And at the end, it's sitting pretty. So once again, at least for now, he gets away with heinousness. But if you think about it, this is exactly the kind of thing Pluto in Capricorn uncovers. This. Kathy Delisle says, Autumn, you're wrong. The love of his life is himself. Oh, I understand what you're saying, but in my mind, that was his opportunity to be more than just himself. I believe she was his opportunity to be more than himself. He's had 2 opportunities in his life. 2 serious, beat you about the head, be better, be best. And he not only said, no, I'm not going to be better. He took the entire situation and metaphorically just set them on fire. So for now, King Grift continues. All right. Anne is asking, have you read what the loving children said at the funeral? I've only heard a couple of people tell me. I have yet to I haven't found the time to go back. But the then again, I don't really like horror movies, and creepy. That's it. I hear the creepiness. Yeah. Mel Broussard is saying opportunity to protect his golf course from bankruptcy and or forfeiture proceedings. I don't. Not necessarily, especially the forfeiture proceedings. I was looking at that yesterday, and I just wasn't picking up on that. But anyway, all right. 3530. Green Nightingale had a very good question. Oh, come on, work with me here. 3530. Will Trump attempt a similar form of tax evasion at Mar-a-Lago? I don't know what the laws are down there. Is the thing. It could be a Google. I think it might be more of a Google question. But let's see if he's going to be moving on to. He's already a Grim Reaper. He's all 7 deadly sins, actually. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at, is he going to try to come up with other ghoulish forms of tax evasion? They won't work, thank heavens. Is he going to try it? Yeah, he's got huge liabilities, with the card of the reading being this card of worry, legal worry, and this huge burden on the left. Yeah, isn't there a question here? Something about, is he? That was it. Sandy Miller was asking, will Trump file for bankruptcy before all the court cases start? Oh boy, that doesn't look good. And right in the center, you have the alleged, the thing where it was bank fraud, tax fraud, saying the properties were worth one thing here and worth something else somewhere else. But yeah, the people working, decent people working together, and saying, no, actually, you can't get away with doing all of that. This is a pittance. He thinks it's going to save him, so much money at Bedminster, but his grift co is hemorrhaging money like nobody's business. Well, his business. Yeah, it's hemorrhaging money like his businesses do. It's bad. So there's no lovely, joyous result here for him. But let's look at the at 3830. Let's look at Sandy Miller's question here. 3830. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, it does smell nice. Sorry. I get distracted. Will Trump file for bankruptcy before all of the court cases start? First of all, that would be a blow to his pride. You know how angry he was last time, and the time before that, and the last time, and the time before that, 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 and the time before that. But are you going to file for bankruptcy? Is Grift Co. going to file for bankruptcy to try to tie things up with, say, Letitia James? Oh, there's this court case. The whole company will have to be dissolved. You'll just have to wait for this civil case she's trying to bring. Of course, he's going to try. He's going to try all kinds. He's going to try everything. He's He's going to try everything any lawyer can possibly think of, legal or not. He's going to fight it aggressively. And he's going to be as much on the defensive as he's been saying that the election was stolen. Everyone says, no, it wasn't, but he still says it. His goal is to just keep his money for as long as possible. And don't forget, he's the biggest victim ever. Teresa Ford said, again, Googled, oh, I'm sorry, I missed the first part. Property used more than 50% for certain purposes defined by statute is now exempt from ad valorem property taxes to the extent of such use. I don't think he can bury that many. I hear what you're saying. It's ultimately what I'm getting is this isn't going to do as much for him as he thinks it will. So at least there's that. GM Dave wins the internet today. Bedminster Abbey. Oh, man. Okay. Is he going to declare bankruptcy? He'd say he doesn't. Oh, I have nothing. I have nothing. Not a thing. Okay, now I'm going to take my jet back to wherever. Yeah. It's all secrets. High Priestess. His business is, yeah, they expect shenanigans. Expect shenanigans. Many, many of them. Yeah. Teresa Ford, he'd have to use half in Florida. He'd have to use half of the land or more as a cemetery. Ah, good. Oy. Hello, Pumpkin. I'm a good boy. He's like, I'm eating. Leave me alone. All right. All right. 4230. 4230. The writing is on the wall for many of Trump's inner circle, which is why many are now stepping forward to cooperate with the January 6th committee without any issues. Are there any big bombshells coming when the hearings reconvene in September? Yes, please. Yes, please. That would be awesome. Let's do that. Honestly, I think there will be, but let's ask the cards. Are there going to be any news, indictments, bombshells, when the hearings reconvene or right around that time in September? The next hearings. They've certainly, in coming up with the truth, and the truth has been a lot uglier than we all thought it might be. The strength. People who actually did stand up against the orange monster here. And it's right between all the people who were trying to overturn the election aggressively, and Trump was behind them. There are people cooperating. There will still be some who won't, of course. Matter of fact, they just found there are more missing messages, but it's not Secret Service. It's from from at least two of the acting guys that Trump had installed. I know at least one of them was at the Pentagon. Yeah, their messages have turned up missing, and that I believe I'm sorry, I didn't have a time to grab the details. I believe the Inspector General overseeing that knew about this months and months ago, but is basically corrupt himself. Threat of Hope says DHS 2, I think. There we go. So, yeah, there's more coming. Oh, that's interesting. Is that a follow the money? Look at these last 3 cards. This doesn't feel like a delay. This feels like the people refusing don't have a leg to stand on. Because that's refusal. That's a card of refusal right in the middle. And then it's big bombshell. It feels like it's either like who paid who, like follow the money, or there's a big piece of the puzzle, and it might be both. I'm having trouble. Oh, I see what it says Friday. This is the type of reading. Ignore what it says at the top of the screen. So yeah, it's going to be blockbuster. Season 2, as it were, is going to be blockbuster. And I will be watching it live. I'll be carrying it live here. You are always welcome. Wouldn't miss it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sweet Sugar Jones. Love your name. Wolf and Cipollini? I'm afraid I can't remember how to pronounce that. Ooh, Eileen says another reader saw someone, a techie at DOJ, with at least some of the text. Good. Renier, big shiny blockbuster info. Let's do that. Okay. So the question I left off. Okay, we're at 47 minutes. The question I saved from yesterday because we really shouldn't miss this one. Whew. 47. GOP online fundraising has dropped significantly. I think there's an article, but it's been too long. Poor Sarah. Seriously, if you do not want to be my friend in Messenger, you do not want to take over from Sarah, because I sent her so much stuff all day. It's kind of awful. Poor woman. Okay, Republicans confront massive drop-off in online fundraising, but I don't know where it was published. So I'm afraid I can't. Okay, I don't have the link. Oh, thank you, Kathy N. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So what's going on? What's going on with the fundraising drop? This feels like it's larger. All right, Republican fundraising, and the bulk of the money is still going to Trump, and he shares with no one. Well, he did share a little bit with a few people, but I know one in particular, but then he lost the primary. So, yeah. So RNC fundraising has dropped off sharply. We won't use one. Whew. That's the center of the reading where the fundraising drops off, because when the fundraising drops off in politics, what do you have? I mean, you've got some power, but they live and die by fundraising. That's in the House. They spend. I've heard that some people have to spend half of their time fundraising, and it's crossed by the insult to injury card. Well, maybe if you weren't trying to take rights away from women, minorities, gay people, maybe the general public would be more willing to help out. The Republicans were on this big thing of passing judgments Also, I've heard it referred to several times as the dog finally caught the car, as far as the Republicans passing sorry, put this right there because it's cold. Finally being able to pass more, get rid of women's reproductive health rights. So beneath, you have the Republicans. You have the group of Republicans. Above, you have Biden, who is not wildly popular and should be. Infrastructure bill. Employment is less than half of what it was. Price of gas is coming down. If you want to be vaccinated or boosted, you can get vaccinated or boosted. Cares about people, and this is near future. There are people who were maybe soft Republican voters who were starting to think, you know what? I don't like this extremism. I thought this was supposed to be the party of live and let live. But no, home environment, very destabilizing. And it is, sorry, I just got distracted by something in this image, which isn't relevant. The Republicans are, it's unstable energy. I know that. Okay, let me go back. Maybe I can get my thread back. Hopes and fears. The Republicans are fearing that Democrats will be more successful in the midterms and beyond. What other people see is, yeah, it's great that you're standing up for your beliefs, but what if I don't have your beliefs? And the final outcome is what? My option here is authoritarianism. We're not going to get authoritarianism, but oh, thank you, Marby. Thank you. So fundraising is dropped. Is it going to get better for them? No. That would be, their message stinks. Yeah, their message stinks. They are isolating themselves stupidly. It's hurting them politically because they're letting Americans die. Cruelly, awfully. And they've done all this heinous stuff, and now they're like, okay, rubbing their hands together. This is going to be great. We're coming up to an election. We're going to get so many seats, and we're going to do so well, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, women are like, yeah, I need some hope. So, yeah, let's go to the party that actually cares about families, actual intact families, and people coming in and voting for Democrats and walking away. Yeah. Kelly's asking about Andrew Yang developing the third party. I read on that the other day. I got was meh. Matter of fact, I joked that it should have Henry Cavill in it so it could be super meh. I also stated my opinion, which is just my opinion, which is we need to band together. And we are too close to fascism to be dividing up the liberal half of the country. My opinion. Anyway. Kelly says, come on, Joe, do big things. Yeah, about Yang? Well, Joe has done big things. Infrastructure, seriously, it's huge. Lots of good stuff. Yeah, Holly and Francis, third parties brought us George W. and Drumpf. Heck no. Teresa Ford said he's going to get all their disgruntled Republicans. I hope so. Yeah. Okay. And moving on. I am going to, I can't cover all of these today, so let's look at, we haven't looked at this in a while, so let's go to 56 minutes. No. Nuclear Magenta saying, asking what are Val Deming's chances of taking the Senate seat from Marco Rubio? All right, let's have a look. It's very dicey. I mean, that's good. That would be us saying, yay, Val Deming wins. But then I've got a world card. But this Fool card is a little vexing. And this giving charity or giving a little to the Republican voters. Is Rubio in any kind of legal hot water? Because, or maybe when it comes to the election, there'll be legal hot water. Because, starting out the big old justice card over possibly votes. Democrats fighting it. I think there might be some. I think we might be talking about some. Gretchen says yes, he is. Okay. Suburban Housewife says he might be vote recounting challenges. Yeah. Val Deming and versus Marco Rubio, Florida. Who's going to win? Rubio thinks he's set. See this? I'm right at the end. There's a thief card, and then they're both there. Have a great day, Patricia. This, recounting something. Rubio thinks he's set, but there's messenger worry about the voting being hemmed in. Federal, there's been some talk about fights that are going to happen between states and federal voting laws, state and federal voting laws. And there are votes being taken away. And then we end up with both people right there at the end. So I'm not getting a clear answer on who's going to win. But it feels like it's definitely going to court. So that's what. Jen Glenn, maybe the Fool meant new beginnings, as this is the Rider Waite. It didn't feel like new beginnings. It felt like Rubio doing something foolish. Or this energy is a not like an NOT, but a GNOT, not. So, all right, so let me see what else I can cover. Oh my gosh, let's go here because, oh goodness gracious. Have you heard about this? Republican lawmakers in West Virginia want to, quote unquote, remove the pressure. Sorry, quote, remove the pressure, unquote, that men give women to terminate a pregnancy. Republican lawmakers, they care about women. Republican lawmakers in West Virginia want to remove the pressure that men give women to end pregnancies by outlawing child support. I kid you not, the link's in the description. Will this happen? West Virginia, are you going to outlaw child support? Really? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Card for the reading is a patriarchal man making laws. Yes, Teresa Ford, what the actual insert curse word here? Mm-hmm. This is continuing to live and raise your kids, and this is, oh no, we need to look closely. We spend so much time in court. Son of the reading is a happy family, so that should be good. That should be the end of it. That no, you have kids, you support them. Very simple. But the times, they are changing. And the Republicans have done lost their minds. The other thing about this card, speaking about, it's symbolism in the cards, this is more specific for anybody who doesn't know. The animals in the four corners, well, the person and the animals, the things in the four corners, the angel, the eagle, the bull, and the lion, those represent the four fixed signs of the zodiac. So the Wheel of Fortune turns, but it is anchored at the corners. So you're not going to budge it. Just thought I'd mention that. This is a far right victory. And here is working. The card of working. And working on Republican stuff. Being able to work and not have to pay child support. In the center, I have happy families. So I don't think this would just pass and not be questioned and not. So there's good energy at the center of this, because when it comes to a lot of this stuff, it won't. The most heinous stuff they're doing now, it won't stand in the long run. It just won't. I'm telling you. But will West Virginia do that? They're going to try. They are really, really going to try. Liz Irwin says, never mind starting a race war. They're starting a war with women. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Russell, are women working like crazy trying to get by without the support? That too. But it feels like it's very much from the perspective of women. Of men who feel aggrieved. They want to play with no consequences. They want to play without responsibilities, any responsibility. So, and they see women who want child support. You're just giving. It's like Kanye West's song "Gold Digger." She's got you for 18 years. Her house is bigger than yours. From their perspective, let's look at this. Let's take it to court. I'll pay for my family when I want to have it. Things are changing. This feels very patriarchal, and it isn't even traditionally patriarchal, like I'm the man, you'll do as I say. This is, I'm the man, I'll do whatever I want. And to heck with you. Kathy Delisle says, let him try. We need more blue states. We are at the end of Pluto and Capricorn, which seems like old news, but oh no, oh nay, nay. Pluto is in the last degrees of Capricorn, but it is still digging its way through an unfair society and through hierarchy and the haves and the have-nots and the aristocracy and the men having more power than the women, the patriarchy, the big dad of the zodiac. And it's about to start plowing through the sign of we are all equal. And in this whole, well, we're going to talk about what it's like to be equal. It's like, oh, no. Pluto's coming through. We're going to dig up all the inequality and we're going to put it on display. So we have to deal with the garbage and we can get rid of it. And so we can, in the end, actually be equal or be much more equal. Yeeps. All right. Well, I'm actually going to call it. If you don't mind, I'm sorry to bail on you, but yeah, 2:50 this morning until 4 a.m. and just everything that can go wrong has been going wrong, and yeah. So anyway, I hope that you have a good day. I really do, and I'm so grateful you came by. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so grateful that you asked such great questions. I'll see which of these I can carry over to tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to keep my hand out of the view. Thank you. So it is 1:34 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. And remember, look, there's some craziness that's going to happen, but there's also hilarity and jocularity and stupidity. And we're in this together. And you're not alone. Seriously. All right? So hang in there. And remember, there are good days ahead, because there are. So take care. All right. Eileen, yes, wishing everyone an uneventful rest of the day. Absolutely. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you.